Yeah, hello. We welcome you, especially we encourage anyone who is studying homeschooling. Yeah, it's we just sponsoring you. And when you do study at home, and you better just read the Bible and Korean Bible at the same time English Bible. So it'll help you to understand English better and also give you English ability, capable to understand better. So I think English quiet time is so important. Anyone who is studying homeschooling, and also anyone just who try to study English pretty well, and you better just read the Bible. This is so important. So through my experience, I just could read the Bible one time, English Bible one time, very late. When I was a university student, college student, and the first year I just read it. It's very late. But if you read earlier than me, and you will understand English pretty well. It's better. English Bible is so, I think, a very good book to study Bible, and it's almost just written. It is written for the fifth, sixth grade for elementary school, though. But this English is so helpful to understanding and in many areas. So speaking and understanding, also the writing, and it will help you to use when you try to use English. It's very helpful. Let's see today text 21st July, and Tuesday, Second Chronicles chapter 1, 12 through 17. Let's go to the text. So the procedure is like my introduction, and then read it in KJG version, KJG version. After that, just read ESV version, and then we just try to understand what does it say, what does it mean, how to apply. So try to understand the contents, and then we will find the meaning and then the application. So you just find any subject from the text, and then so try to apply yourself. Okay. Let's read it, verse 12. Wisdom and knowledge is granted unto thee, and I will give thee riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings have had that have been before thee, neither shall there any after thee have the like. 지혜와 지식이 내게 주어졌고, 내가 또한 너에게 부와 그리고 재산과 명예를 줄 것인데, 이런 것은 서치에서 누구도 어떤 왕도 전에도 없었고 너 외에는, 그리고 너 후에도 너와 같은 자가 없을 것이다. 13. Then Solomon came from his journey to the high place that was at Gibeon to Jerusalem from before the tabernacle of the congregation, and reigned over Israel. 그리고 나서 솔로몬은 그의 이제 여정을 그 높은 곳에, 높은 제단에 갔고, 그것은 기본에 있었고 예루살렘 쪽에, 예루살렘에 있었다. 그리고 그곳에서 또한 많은 회중들이 회막 앞에 있었고, 또한 회막 앞에서부터, 그리고 그는 이스라엘 다스렸다. Verse 14. And Solomon gathered the chariot and the horsemen. 솔로몬은 그 병거와 마병들을 모았다. 그리고 he had 1,400 chariot, 1,400 이 chariot 병거를 가지고 있었고, 12,000 horsemen, 12, 12,000명의 그런 마병도 있었고, which he placed in the chariot. 그리고 그 병거들 도시에 그것들을 위치시켰다, 두었다, placed, and with the king at Jerusalem. 또한 예루살렘에 있는 왕에게도 그렇게 했다. Verse 15. And the king made silver and gold at Jerusalem. 왕은 또한 은과 금을 예루살렘에 두었는데, as plenteous as stones, 돌같이 흔했고 많았고, and cedar trees, and 삼나무, 우리나라 백향목, made he as sycamore trees, 이 돌 무화과나무 같이 흔했고 that are in veil for abundance. 그렇게 흔하게 있었다. And Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt. 솔로몬은 또한 이집트에서부터 말들을 가져왔고 리넌 니안 그리고 여러 가지 천 같은 거 여기 보면 천 같은 것도 가져왔고 그리고 king merchant received 그리고 왕의 상인들로부터 왕의 상인들은 received 리넌 양 이런 또 천들을 값을 주고 가져왔다. 요거는 약간 해석이 이제 달라요. 나중에 다른 번역 보면요. 해석이 달라서 그래요. And they fetched up. 그리고 그들은 가져왔다. brought the force out of Egypt. 이집트에서 chariot 병거를 가져왔고 for 600 shekel of silver. 은 600에 가져왔고 and horse 말은 for 150 아마 여기 앞에 셰켈로 가져왔고 은 150 그리고 and so brought they out the horses 그리고 또한 그들은 말들을 for the all the kings of Hittites 헷 사람들의 왕들을 위해서 또 가져갔다 또 팔았다 그리고 for the kings of Syria 수리아 아람 지역의 왕들에게도 by their means 이렇게 이제 팔았다 헷 사람들과 아람 왕들에게 팔았다 이런 뜻이죠. From now on, let's read it, and especially this text. ESV version will have a different, I think, different text. Yeah, let's see. Verse 12. Wisdom and knowledge and granted to you. I will also give you riches, possessions, and honor, such as none of the kings had who were before you, and none after you shall have the like. Verse 13. So Solomon came from the high priest at Gibeon, from before the tent of a meeting to Jerusalem, and he reigned over Israel. 14. Solomon gathered together chariot and horsemen. He had 1,400 chariot and 12,000 horsemen, whom he stations in the chariot cities and with the king in Jerusalem. Verse 15. And the king made silver and gold as a common in Jerusalem as a stone, and he made cedar as plentiful as the sycamore of the Shephelah. And Solomon's import of horses was from Egypt and Kuwait, and the king's trade would be buy them from Kuwait for a price. They imported a chariot from Egypt for 600 shekels of silver and a horse for 150. Likewise, through them, these were exported to all the kings of Hittites and the kings of Syria. So only difference, even though English version, if you look at that, verse 16, and it said talking about linen yarn, 그걸로 이렇게 they translate it different way. But in here, king's trader, buy them from different. So it's a translation of a Hebrew word. So it's really talking about verse 16. Is we cannot translate like KJG version. 소하레 함멜렉 미크베 와 이크후 바 메히르. So we better just take the translation of the ESV version is more likely. Okay, all right. And then today let's according to this text, let's talk about today's text, and then we will discuss many things. All right. So if you read it, what does it say? This text, So when you read the Bible, and you have to think about. When I was a college student, I learned quiet times. How do you do that? 3 steps. First of all, what does it say? And if you find out, try to read it and summarize in what's the significance of the text. And you will see, all right, verse 12 is talking about and plentiful richness, in those time of Solomon become very rich. He got everything. So text is talking about wisdom, knowledge, and then riches and wealth and honors, all kind of things and plentiful. and also he was a strong in army and infantry, like today context infantry, and then so many soldiers, and there are many to fight with other nations. That means very strong, you know. And then what else they talking about? It talking about also you know jewelry, especially silver, and that means economically they are very rich. They have lots of money. So like all kind of text is talking about silver and gold was as plenteous as stones. It's a exaggeration, yeah. However, this means, and then they have lots of gold and silver. They were plentiful in those times, and also special, very precious trees like erezim. Erezim is like cedar. It's a beautiful and expensive trees are plentiful in his time. And this is also Bibles talking about. Not only that, and he imported from other country, Egypt, and then they brought horses and other stuff, and then they just sell to the other country, like export to other country, Hittite and king of Arams, like that. This is the context talking about. All right, this is what does it say? We did the first step. Second step is what does it mean, and then what does it mean? So he was so rich, everything is plentiful, and he become very rich and like that. So what's the significance? There will be good thing about it, and then richness always give us prosperity, always give us good thing, and at the same time you should think about the other aspect. Sometimes we should have like anyone blessed is the one who is poor in a spirit. So sometimes we should poor in some ways, so we will have a desire, passion to do the will of God. But there are good things about it, and richness and plentiful. He had he was abundant and rich, and other stuff, and we can glimpse of his just deviating, or just departing from the word of God little bit. Because if you recognize verse 16, other text is really God is not permitting to importing like horses like that. So he's just breaking the law, the word of God a little bit. We can see if you read another text, you will recognize. This is what does it say? So application. Okay, last step, third step. Now application. How do you apply this text? So we just the more you have, the more you will have happiness, and or maybe your satisfaction. Yeah, yeah. I can apply with that. I really want to have wisdom, knowledge, and then riches and wealth and honor. So everything, just the world is seeking for, everything is in here, and so maybe Christianity, anyone who are believing Christ. So we better do just better to have everything, wisdom and knowledge and riches and wealth and honor. Yeah, but we have to also apply to ourselves. Why we should become rich, and what is the purpose, what is the goal. Maybe you should think about in the future, because of to the glory of God. So God will use you in some, maybe economically, like if you become rich man, and then you can do something good, and then you can share, and then you can also help the poor people. And if you have a knowledge, and you can also help anyone who is needed, you can help them. And also fame, yeah, honor, yeah, everything is not bad, but only the reason, because only he's satisfying himself, and if anyone who gets this kind of thing and falling away from God, that will be a problem. So application, when you read it Bible, and you should apply. So they were just God blessed Solomon so much in all areas, and especially soldiers, and then material things, and then everything. So that country, because of Solomon, become rich. So richness is not a just itself is not a bad, but we have to remember how, in what way, you know, just through the methodology or means, very important. If you just deceive someone and then just get rich with a deception, and this will be bad. And when you get money from, when you get rich, just does not keeping, you are not keeping on Sabbath, especially Sunday. You are not going to church, and you are supposed to worship God, and Sunday you're going to make money like that. So same thing, Solomon, verse 16 is talking about Solomon had horses brought out of Egypt, but this is really, God is, God did not permit, if you just find out, and Deuteronomy, other book, God just warned against King Solomon. Don't do that. And anything just we can get, and we can we can you know just become rich, and then richness we get attained, richness, but how, and in what way you should think about it. So God just wants you to success and prosper, and especially the people of God. But we should follow the word of God according to the will of God. This is so important. So verse 16, you can apply yourself. Today, we will learn the three things. When you read the Bible, what does it say? And what does it mean? And how to apply. Three steps you follow, and then try to understand the context, and then try to find out the meaning, and then application. So this kind of steps, if you do every day, and it will be very helpful to you understand the Bible. So, and it will accumulate to your life, and just also melt into your life, and every day, and you will become the man of the word of God, and the whole world is just a captive your thinking, and your passion, and your desire, and everything. So you will become man of the word. So this kind of procedures is so important, especially anyone who is studying homeschooling, and not going to school, anyone who study English, this kind of people, you just try to read English Bible, Korean Bible every day, and just improve your ability. It'll help you. So have a nice day. Continue to follow this procedure, and when you read it, and you will understand better. All right. Have a nice day. God be with you.